Today we're looking at questioning the author, how to improve your reading through questions. So let's say you're reading Harry Potter, and your favorite character is dueling and gets hit in the chest with a red jet of light, and you read this. It seemed to take Sirius an age to fall. His body curved in a graceful arc as he sank backward through the ragged veil hanging from the arch. And you're thinking, wait, did he just die? That moment is when you need to question the author. If you have curiosity about plot choices, word choice, or yes, even character death, then you have questions for the author. Now, the main goal behind questioning an author is to find out why an author is writing. But as a reader, it also helps you understand the purpose of writing, the main points of the writing, and why certain details and words are included. Now, obviously, an author isn't going to reply to us, so we need to employ a strategy that's going to help us figure these things out for ourselves. And there are 3 steps to questioning an author. 1. Write out the questions as you read. That means as you come across them, take note of them. 2. Take detailed notes about when you find the answer. You want to be able to prove that you have the answer to your question. And finally, you need to infer some answers. The author is going to leave us clues, but we need to figure them out ourselves. It is important to note, however, that you may not answer every question you write down. Sometimes those answers come in, say, the sequel or the prequel, and you need to go back and reread to get most answers, but you may come away with a few hanger-oners. When asking questions, we have quite a few we could ask. Answers toward theme or citing sources. They could look like, why did a character act like that? How did the author says at the beginning go with what's said earlier? What point is the author trying to make? Any of these questions have a different purpose behind them, but they come up as you read, so make sure you take note of things like this, if not these same questions. As we start collecting information, we need to put what we found into a certain structure. So our notes need to take a focus on details and quotes, specifically to answer our questions. So we could create this graphic organizer. Our question goes in one area, we put a quote that's going to help us answer it, and our own thoughts. So my question, why did Sirius Black have to die? And then there's this quote, there's nothing you can do, Harry, nothing, he's gone. And that's Sirius's best friend. So what if this is all to make Harry learn something? Remember, he's been beating himself up all through this book about a death in the previous book. So what if this happened so Harry can learn he can't fix everything? Finally, we need to start looking for inferences. These are conclusions we draw when we read between the lines and look closer at a piece of reading. And authors leave us clues to help us understand. So an inference is when we take what we know or assume, add it to what's on the page, we can make an inference. As we question the author, this helps us find out why an author is writing. It helps us understand the main points and inclusion of details and words. It helps us find answers to our own questions, and it helps us find inferences. And while Sirius Black, rest in peace, may remain dead, and I really don't have a solid answer, I may have a guess.